The rear cylinder isn't firing on my motorcycle. Haul it over to Open Road Cycles so AJ and Leo can check her out and see if they can figure out what's actually wrong. And what it's going to take to fix it is the best way to put it, because I'm at the end of my limited diagnostic rope. What's up? I told you guys I would keep you in the loop about what was going on with us diagnosing and trying to figure out why the rear cylinder isn't firing on my motorcycle anymore. So I'm wearing my lucky shirt. Hopefully it'll bring me luck. David's on his way over right now with the truck and trailer so that we can load Darla's ass onto it and haul it over to Open Road Cycles so AJ and Leo can check her out and see if they can figure out what's actually wrong. And what it's going to take to fix it is the best way to put it, because I'm at the end of my limited diagnostic rope, so to speak. I told you guys I'd bring you along. I told you guys that I would keep you in the loop about every step of this. So I'm going to do several little installments along the way, telling you, what they found. And we're already not starting off that good because, well, the weather's shitty, and we're going to have to load the bike up in this. We're going to have to haul it over there in this, which isn't that bad, but loading it up in this is going to be a pain in the ass. It's not going to be fun, I should say, because the rain just keeps coming, and it keeps coming harder. But yeah, bike still has the same issue, and hopefully they'll be able to figure something out. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you in the loop. I promise I will. Might even record a little of me and David's conversation while we're driving over there. Don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. I'm trying a couple different settings on the camera today to find out if I like it better or worse, and how it really, whether I like it better or worse is a good way to put it. So I'll see you soon. What's up? So told you I'd keep you in the loop about the problem with the rear cylinder in Darla, in my 18 Road King Special. And wearing my lucky shirt, I think helped today. Really didn't. But I just got back. David came, picked me up with the trailer. We loaded the bike up, got it out to Open Road Cycles. AJ and Leo did their magic on it. It was not the cable. Turns out the rear cylinder fuel injector, this guy right here, is what was to blame. He wasn't letting any fuel through. And so I kept the part. It wasn't that hard. I was there kind of helping. It wasn't that hard to change. You do have to pull the gas tank in order to get to the throttle body, which is where the fuel injectors connect. But it's a couple of I think they're Torque 30 screws. And you pull those off, pop it out. The whole assembly comes out of the bike, and basically it's the other end of this hose that you have to disconnect when you pull your gas tank. So we pulled that out, changed the fuel injector, loaded it back in the bike, and it started running like a champ. Well, not at first it didn't start running like a champ, because Leo referred to it as a wet cylinder, but there was oil in this guy from where he wasn't firing, and so we had to burn some oil off of it when we first started it back up. So there was some nasty smoke coming out of it, nasty smell, but it is fixed, and she's running like a champ now. As I was going over there, I was thinking back to, it was last night. I should say it was last night. I was cleaning off some files from the PC that I do the editing on, and decided to watch the shenanigans video that I put out when we went to ride on Vaughn's birthday. Oh yeah, well, sorry. Cheers. And when I was watching that video, Juan shuts my bike off just to mess with me. And yes, we do that from time to time. We're stupid and silly and juvenile like that. But, you know, you only get old if you start acting old. That's my motto. So we play those kinds of tricks on each other from time to time. And in that video, when Juan shuts my bike off, I am commenting on the fact that, you know, we play these jokes together. But I make the statement that, remember earlier in the video when I was telling you that the bike gave me a hard time starting up, I had cut that part out of the video. I didn't include that in the video. What I included was the part where I said, remember earlier where I said the bike was, you know, a little rough starting this morning or giving me a hard time. I think that was the beginning or the symptom, starting to show the symptom. The bike did a couple of other weird things too. Over the past several weeks before the rear cylinder finally died. Like, it just didn't, you know, if you ride, you'll understand this. It just didn't feel like it normally does when you're riding it, especially like when I'm decelerating, because I do engine brake quite a bit on my motorcycle. I mean, I use the regular brakes too, of course, but I tend to engine brake to slow down, and I had noticed that the engine braking wasn't as strong as it normally would be, or as it normally is. And I think that's because the cylinder was starting to not be running all the time, and I just couldn't tell because, you know, I'm moving down the road. But yeah, so bike's fixed. That's the good news. Even better news was it was a couple of hours work, and I got to learn something new. You know, can't thank AJ and Leo. I'm telling you, at Open Road Cycles, if you guys live, if you happen to be a subscriber or watching this video, and you live in or around the north side of the Charlotte metro area, so think Huntersville, Cornelius, Davidson, Denver, even Lincolnton. Open Road Cycles is not that far from you, and these guys, they freaking know their stuff, man, and they do a great job. And they're decent dudes, you know. I mean, if you've watched any of the other videos, especially the travel ones, you know that as a rule, me, David, and Juan like to give our business to small business owners. There's certain repairs I'll take the bike to a Harley dealership for. There's certain repairs or maintenance activities that I'll do myself. And then there's certain stuff that I just don't want to pay what Harley's going to charge me. And moreover, I don't want to run the risk that that the dealers are going to be just about swapping the part versus actually diagnosing the problem and maybe fixing it. Like what happened with my transmission. These guys don't mind rebuilding a transmission or tearing it apart and fixing the part of the transmission that's bad. So yeah, it's fixed. If you're in the area, you should go see those guys, even if it's just to stop in and have a beer and talk to them about stuff. But they do fantastic work from a maintenance perspective. And from what I can tell from some of the stuff that I've seen they've built and heard that they've built, pretty damn good engine builders too. I've been talking to AJ about, kind of want to do something. I want a cam is what I want. I'm not gonna, because this bike is stock. It doesn't even have a stage 1 on it. I kind of want to put a cam in it and change the exhaust, put a high flow breather on it, and add a tuner. So I want to go from stock to stage 2, basically. And if I do that, I think these are the guys I'm going to do it with, because they build some good stuff. And the bike, I'm just freaking ecstatic. My wife, I don't know if I said it already while I was recording earlier, when this problem happened a couple of days ago, Friday night, and I came home and I couldn't ride and I couldn't do this and the bike was down. My wife looked at me and she was like, you look like you lost the puppy. And I'm like, well, I am. I'm depressed. I can't ride. I miss my motorcycle. And then I took that opportunity to remind her, you see, this is why you need 2 bikes. Because then, if something goes wrong with the first one, doesn't matter. Still got a second motorcycle you can ride. And yeah, that didn't go over very well. The statement "turd in a fishbowl" kind of comes to mind. But yeah, so I told you guys I'd keep you up to speed and tell you what happened. It was a lot faster diagnosing and a lot faster fixing than I expected it to be. So she's back and she's fixed, and I've been gone for 4 hours. The time to get there, time to get back. I did go back to pick the bike up because I didn't have any of my gear with me when we dropped it off. I didn't realize it was going to get fixed that quick. So instead of trailering the bike home, because I really didn't want to trailer the bike again, instead of trailering the bike home, I decided to, David brought me back to the house, and I had my daughter run me back to Open Road to pick the bike up and come home. And while I was there, I hung out with those guys for a little while longer and talked to them about some stuff, and just did what we do. And I'm so freaking ecstatic. I'm so happy. I can't. I'm really stoked. It's fixed and it's working like a champ. So yeah, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, share with your friends if you like what I'm doing. We're at I don't know, I think 323 subscribers now, which is cool. It still amazes me. But yeah, so I've got a couple things I need to do because my LED underlight kit, I had to cut the zip ties for the wires that I have kind of hidden for that component in order to pull the tank. So I just left the zip ties off of it while I towed it over there, and then didn't have any zip ties with me and really didn't feel like screwing with it in the parking lot there. So just rode it home without zip tying those lines down, and I need to do that before I forget and end up, tearing something up. So I'm going to go do that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Always, ride safe.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Ah. Asshole.